Hi, this is teachwithtech.com here to introduce to you our wireless remote sync option. This wireless remote sync option solves a few problems with previous products. One is that it allows for 16 different frequencies to be used so schools can implement it widely, and it overcomes the reliability issue that so many other products do have. To use our wireless remote sync option, you do need our Wii Remote insert along with the extension and also our AC/DC adapter. Now, this will not work with batteries or a battery pack. You need a constant source of power. You also need our sync spot, a Wii Remote, and of course, our wireless receiver here. Now, to set this up, what you do need to do first is to take the sync spot and install it directly onto the sync button on the back side of the Wii Remote. Once this is installed, then you can install the Wii Remote insert directly on top of the sync spot on the back side of the Wii Remote. Now you can take the white extension and plug it directly into the Wii Remote insert. And now your Wii Remote and the extension and insert are ready to go. Next, you take the wireless receiver and plug it into any outlet, AC outlet. And as you can see on this next part, that it is able to be installed in a ceiling mount situation, but please test your outlet before doing so. Now, all I have to do next is to install the AC/DC adapter in the bottom of the receiver, and then plug the AC/DC adapter and the extension into each other. Now, on the wireless receiver, there is an antenna that you can extend, and the suggested distance of this receiver is 50 to 100 feet. And so it does have a radio frequency, so it can go through walls. So it is a possibility for you to install it up above your ceiling out of sight. Next, we want to show you our remotes that are available for the system. The first one we want to introduce is our keychain remote, which we call it that because it can be connected to your keychain so you won't lose it. And as you can see, there are 4 different on and off buttons here for 4 different accessories if you choose to add them. Of course, to turn it on, just press the on button and it does turn on the Wii Remote directly into discovery mode. And to turn it off, just to press the off button on number 1, and that turns off the Wii Remote. We do have another remote option available right now. It actually is a multi-function remote that functions in a lot of different ways. So you can use it to turn on your Wii Remote, but also turn on your TV, VCR, satellite, and so it eliminates the possibility of having more than one remote for your VCR, TV in your classroom. And of course, it can be programmed to turn on your Wii Remote and put it directly into discovery mode, then obviously also to turn it off. Another great thing about this system is its ability to be expandable without having to purchase a whole new system. And so you can add a second Wii Remote to your classroom to provide better tracking for you just by adding another accessory to the system. And so you add another receiver onto your original receiver, and this communicates with your main receiver that we've installed before. And all you have to do is to install this just like we have previously. This is just an addition to the system. And then you can actually use 2 modules. So you have your original receiver and another one that communicates with your original receiver to turn on and off your Wii Remote separately. And so we're going to show you the keychain remote real quick. And with this keychain remote, obviously there are up to 4 sets of buttons. And so to turn on the first Wii Remote, just press the on number 1. As you can see, it sends it in directly in discovery mode, and the second one is not on. And of course, until you press the on button for the second one. Now it turns on the second one totally separate from the first. And so you can see this would be very helpful in the classroom if you have one that does disconnect or something that you want to control them separately. And so of course, to turn it off, just turn off number 2 and it turns off the second one without turning off the first. Now we do want to also introduce to you another feature of this system, and that is its ability to control and dim lights. And not that this is going to be a big, huge thing for those interested in the Wii Remote project, but we have a light here that we want to show you. And in fact, there's a cheaper addition to the system that allows you to turn on and off lamps. And so please see the specifications because it does have wattage specifications that you can and can't use. So all you have to do is to install the lamp cord into the bottom of the receiver. I want to turn up the lamp so you can see it turn on. I'm going to use the same keychain remote to show you, and of course you can turn on the Wii Remote, of course, separately from the light. And I've set the light to be on number 3, and so I'm going to press number 3, and it's going to turn on the light, which is great. But also there is a bright and dim feature on this system, and so you can dim lights or you can brighten lights. And so even if they're not able to be dimmed or brightened before, this allows you to dim and bright any lights. And this can be helpful in a classroom that you need to turn down lights that you have plugged into an outlet to actually present before the class. And just like our keychain remote, the multifunction remote also has the features that allows you to turn it on and off the lamp as well as the Wii Remote very seamlessly. And now, since we have shown you all the features of our wireless remote sync, we want to emphasize a few things that and a few problems that this system does solve. The first thing it does solve is the issue of having a frequency issue. And so many of the wireless remote syncs have the same frequency. So if your school bought many of these, you would inadvertently be turning off their Wii Remote because it does go through walls. Also, you're able to control multiple remotes and lamps in this one system without having to buy a whole new wireless remote sync. And so we're pretty proud of it, and we do think that this does solve the issue for most people. Again, this has been teachwithtech.com.